Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ohio State, the voice of college football. I am your host, Garrison Gaddy, and this is the Thursday Night Call-In Show, which is your show. Again, everyone, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It'd be a huge help. That's all we ask for. Um, Liking it helps us get the algorithm. Subscribing also, just helps grow the community, helps grow what we are building here at not just this channel, but at the Voice College Football Network, which we definitely want you guys to be a part of. A few things before we get going here, and I put the call-in link into the chat. Just want to show you guys a few things that maybe you're unaware of, that you don't know about. We talked about it on Monday's show, but the Voice of College Football now has a website. It's really cool, guys. There's a lot here. This right here, this shows all the hosts that we have on the show. In case you're looking for someone specifically, or say if it's someone that you want to follow on X, we have everyone's stuff in here that you would like to find. Also, if you go here on the shows, of course, it will show you the whole schedule that we have throughout the week from Sunday to Friday, and then you go see our writers. If you go to our homepage there, you can see what articles we currently have up. It should be very helpful if you go on there, create your own login if you would like. That'd be really cool. Also, if you would like that, if you want that option, and then also post the articles that we have on here. We have really good writers. They do great work for the network, and awesome site. Just be able to go ahead and check it out. Share it with your friends and family. That'd be awesome if you did that. So, not a lot to talk about here, guys. And again, I'm gonna just wait for a few people to get in here. Oh, shout out to my guy Daniel. He's in here. Daniel, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Real good guy right there. I love seeing him in there. By the way, Daniel, did you get a? Oh, okay, I think I was looking at your logo. I know if you changed it or something, but I was looking at what it says as Lakers. Yeah, bro, I know you're hurting right now. I'm a pseudo I'm a LeBron fan. Okay, I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm like my team is the Pistons. Listen. I can't have both my teams eliminated in 2 days in a row. That's not something I think I can personally deal with right now. Not my Pistons, at least. Like LeBron's 40, I get it. I love Luka though, but I never care. I don't care. I love seeing Bron win rings. I know my Pistons can, but I at least want them to beat the Knicks. I don't want to lose to the Knicks. So what you say, Robert? You guys are killing me. I have 3 lives going. You, Pate, and Huddle. I don't know how to do my hands. Oh man, no, that's funny because I'm actually I put that on my to watch later list with Pate and Buckeye Huddle. So I'll actually probably be doing that this weekend. And good evening to you too, Robert, man. And Abdul, good to see you in too. Says what up, everyone? Good to see you here too, my guy. So, 1 second. Let me put the call-in link here in the chat. For anyone that would love to call in, everyone, again, the chat, you guys are my co-host. Again, Ryan Stanley, my co-host, will be gone for the next few weeks, so it'll just be me over the upcoming weeks. I know I'm probably going to have Terry on for one episode from the Voice College, the World Famous Buckeyes show. Mike will probably be on next Monday with me. I think he will be on next Monday. And then maybe Thursday or the following week. This Thursday, I'll probably try to get a special guest. I'm trying to get a special guest for that. Someone you guys watch or someone you guys might know, and try to get them on here so you guys can also ask them questions and not just hear my crazy opinions all the time. But the call-in link is in the chat, everyone. Valor Sports Media says, hey, Valor, good to see you in here. Appreciate it. So a few things here before we get any callers here. Just want to put some news here. So Jake Cruel, he is the number 4 edge prospect in the nation, number 31 in the country. He has set his date to visit Ohio State along with his other top schools. Actually, here I'm gonna stop sharing this, and I'll show you where the dates are. Who else he is actually visiting on top of Ohio State. One of the things you're gonna be interested in is one of the Colorado is in there. That was probably one of my big I was really surprised with that, to be honest. But yeah, so he'll be visiting Colorado May 2nd, visiting Ohio State May 30th, Florida June 7th, Texas June 13th, and Oklahoma June 30th. So yeah, knocking those out there in 2 months. Really good player. He's a very athletic edge. That would be. Oh shoot! I lose connection. You guys all right? I'm fine. So, but no, he's a really good athlete. It would be a huge gift for this class. I truly do believe that that he's a player that we will need over the next upcoming years. I do believe that until we see the proven depth of the younger guys this upcoming season, I do think that the depth of the defensive line is in question. Not so much on the edge. The defensive tackle, definitely, for sure. But on the edge, there are going to be guys from leaving. Again, we brought C.J. Hicks down from that linebacker position. I think Caden Curry or Kenyatta Jackson, one of those who were seniors. After that, you got Mick. Zion Grady has a lot of potential out of the previous class. But the depth there lacks. And of course, you got Logan George, who came in from the portal. But you still got to see that. And of course, Bo Axon's gone after the season. So, we still got to see it develop. But I do believe that he has extra depth. He adds talent, because that's what he is. Again, number 30, ranked 31st in the country. So, I do believe he will be a big gift. Ohio State can get him. If he beat Colorado, I'd be surprised. I'd be shocked. I'd be being I would feel led astray, to be honest with you. But no, that I think the recruiting show for this team right now. Outside of people have a lot to say about Larry Johnson and his recruiting. I wouldn't even say his recruiting acumen, just about the misses that he has had over the previous seasons. Actually, in all reality, since JTT and Jack Sawyer's recruitment or commitments, we haven't gotten into the guys that are really, those two were top 5 in the country as players coming out of high school. So we haven't really gotten those guys, like a Colin Simmons. So I do think that this would help go back towards that route of getting the not just elite defensive ends, because Larry Johnson still gets really good players, but he's not getting the elite of the elite per se. If you want to say that, I think that would be an accurate way to describe it. But before we continue, everybody, something I want to show you guys. I feel like a lot of people don't know about this stuff that we have here at the network, and until we get some callers in here, I want to make sure to highlight this stuff or bring it to you all so you can also see it. So the Voice of College Football, in case you didn't know, also has an Instagram page. It's currently updated. I don't know who's on it. I would assume Jackson is, because he's really good at that type of stuff. But go check it out, everybody. If you can, if you're on your phone, unless you're driving, go ahead and go to the app, open it up, put in the Voice of College Football, and hit that follow button. Like a few things while you're in there, read a few things, watch a few things. We'd love you to again just see all the things that we have at the network that we're growing right now and at a rapid pace. And of course, again, we want you guys to be a part of it as you are a part of our shows every single week. But before we continue, I'm happy he's been a weekly caller, because this is one of my favorite people to talk football with and Ohio State football with. One of the best Ohio State. And if you haven't yet, everyone go ahead, move the video to the corner. Look up Buckeye Battle Cry. Battle Cry, one word, capital letter C. Hit the subscribe button. But for my guy Rob right here, Pete's not here. I gotta talk to Pete. So I missed that guy. But Rob, what's going on, man?
Not much, dude. So I was
Am I muted? Have you
Oh,
muted? Oh, there we go. I have you muted.
all right.
There-
It's going well, man. You know what? I was watching that Ryan Day, the Josh Pate Ryan Day interview, man. It's
Yeah.
just like that. I bet you know what? A lot of Buckeyes have to be fortunate that this dude is is still the head coach at Ohio State. Like it's a great time to be a Buckeye.
Mhm.
Ryan Day has hit his stride as a head coach. He's promoting a very well culture. And note he even showed it when he made that comment like, "Hey, if you're looking for money, then Ohio State isn't for you." And that's shown throughout the years with, the transfer portal. We had who was that edge from Georgia who ended up going to Missouri? I mean, at the end of
Yeah.
the I think it was Damon Wilson.
Damon Wilson. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Damon Wilson, at the end of the day, he won. It was said NIL was a big factor. Okay, see you later. And now this Jackson Cantwell guy, it looks like he's going to be going to Miami. He wants the bag, and just like Ryan Day sent. I mean, he even had Ohio State in his top four. He even sent the message like, okay, like we're not if you're all about the money, then we don't want you here. And just the fact, like in today's college football, that we had zero. I don't want to say zero because, I guess, was a fourth string, actually, no, walk on wide receiver hit the portal. But other than that, like the players that, the starters,
Mhm.
the Carnell Tates who could have entered the transfer portal for millions of dollars, they decide to stay at Ohio State because they want to play for Coach Day. They bought in the brotherhood, they brought in the culture. So anybody who said that Ohio State is this broken team, they have this broken culture. I mean, we all know who that is, but I'm not I'm not gonna say, but it's a completely false narrative. And just like I guarantee you, like a lot of teams would love to have Ryan Day as their head coach.
So Rob, I on Monday's show, I had a segment on there talking about Ryan Day as the head coach, and actually, if you everyone, if you go on the Ohio State page, you'll see I clipped it up. It's about 10 minutes long. You can see it there. Just my whole reasoning for why I believe Ryan Day is a great coach already. Um, I and a lot of that has to do with what I heard today, also from that interview with Josh Payne. By the way, Josh Payne, he's the best interviewer in college football right now. He does a fantastic job. But I listened to Ryan Day's not even not his voice, but I listened to what he's saying and the conviction and how he says it. He seems he's more confident, and and the thing is, Rob, like how can you not be? And this is why, like, how can you not be confident when you are 70-10? Of all the coaches that have coached this game, you have that qualify for this. You have the second highest win percentage of all time. Like that. That's the elk you are in now. You have a national championship, and when I hear a guy like him say, "No, I want a bunch of these things," talking about the trophy and the coach's trophy, I believe Ryan Day is. I thought but not too long ago, Rob, around the game of college football, probably within the last 10 years, there was a conversation about like whether coaches, especially with NIL and just how much things move around, people are going to coaches are going to stay long like they used to.
Yeah.
I mean, even stay as long as Nick Saban did. What, from '07 to 2 years ago now? So I think Ryan Day is going to be at Ohio State for at least 15 years. Well, he's at year not 15 years. He's at year 6 right now, going on year 7. I think he's getting past 10 years. So no, Ryan Day, man, you know what? I remember when he took the job. I didn't want him. I wanted head coach down at Iowa State. Uh,
Matt Campbell.
I wanted Matt Campbell to come. I was like, you know what? He's an Ohio guy, Buckeye, come back. But man, how how lucky, how lucky are we, Rob?
Yeah, no, my big concern was with Ryan Davis at first. I talked about this certain coach on the Johnny Olden show, and it was, what if he ends up being another Larry Coker? You inherit this national championship team, and then you live off. You can only live off the brand so many years, but if you don't keep the brand up, it's gonna die out eventually. But he completely proved me wrong with that. But that was my main worry. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, he took that 2019 great defense, great offense. But then when I thought about it, that 2019 team, 2020, if Ryan Day didn't end up being the head coach, I highly doubt that Justin Fields comes and plays at Ohio State, because Ryan Day completely, revamped and re-innovated that Ohio State offense
Mm-hmm.
big time. So without him, Justin Fields doesn't come. And, then we're not getting all these wide receivers. We wouldn't be getting all these, top end quarterbacks. But yeah, I mean, like, the way I look at it, and a lot of people were bashing him for not beating, the top teams. I'm just like, okay, we got to look at he's a young head coach. He's doing a lot better than others would have done as the Ohio State head coach. If you go back to Luke Fickell, his audition was absolutely horrendous. The reason I say that is because look what Urban Meyer did with the next year, pretty much the same team. But yeah, I think just Ryan Day is this outstanding head coach. Again, like, I'm gonna go back to the point. Kind of got off track here, but
Oh
he's
no, hey man, I'll talk about whatever. Yeah, you're fine.
he's a no. I'm trying to, like, go back to the point that I forgot I was trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
He's this young head coach trying to figure it out. He's beating all the teams that he needs to, and it's just like, okay, it's bound to happen. He's bound to figure it out. And then all of a sudden, yeah, he still has a Michigan problem, but he's finally figured out how to beat the elite teams. I mean, that was a great.
Hey,
He
hey,
figured
Rob,
out
one
in
second.
the playoffs.
Rob, 1 second. So Tank, see, that's your fault because my name is basically across the board the same everywhere you go on social media, on YouTube. So how am I? Well, I guess if your name is Big Dog, you kind of are a Tank. But how am I supposed to separate the two? How am I supposed to know that? I'm sorry, Rob. What were you saying?
Wait, you're saying, like, are you saying they have, like, a YouTube channel?
No, no, I know who Tank is. He's
Oh,
a guy from
gotcha,
X Men. He's a
gotcha.
real cool cat. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to, like, okay, he was getting bashed because he's beating all the teams he's supposed to be. He's not beating the top teams. But I'm just thinking,
Mm-hmm.
like, he's a young head coach. He's gonna make mistakes. At least he's not tanking the program like a lot of others who took over the so-called Lamborghinis or whatever. Larry Coker. I think it was Ed Ogeron after that national championship season, just complete dumpster fire. And then the current one, I'm gonna call it right now. Brent Venables was handed a really built up Oklahoma program. You had Bob Stoops, then Bob Stoops hands it to Lincoln Riley. Then it's in really good mint condition, and it feels like it's going back downhill with Brent Venables. So that's another coach. But Ryan Day, he's kept the program. I think it's at all time high right now.
Well,
I
okay.
think
Well,
he's
you're gonna like this. So just a little um sneak peek of this. So next Tuesday, I'm actually gonna pose this conversation for our Buckeye Brigade panel show, right? And I a few years, probably 2 years ago, so even before the Cal McCourt season, right? I kept telling everyone that Ohio Ryan Day had the program in a better position than when Urban Meyer left it. And it's funny because like I had Ohio State fans disagree with me. Michigan fans were just always saying that to just back up, back up Ryan Day. Like even though I have been known to hold Ryan Day's hand through the fire, even though I don't have to do that anymore now, he's a champ. I told people, I said, you guys are, and you talked about revamping the offense, right? Which he was able to do as an assistant at Ohio State. That 2018 defense that Urban Meyer had was trash. And then Ryan Day revamped the next year. He brought from Ohio State's worst defense in modern era to the number one defense in the nation in one season. And I think that just like you, Rob, I've called it this last quarter century, right? Not even quarter century. So what? Since 2001, when Tressel got here. So from the time he stepped on that court and talked about what we were going to be proud of our young men in the classroom, and especially against that team up north. Ever since he gave that speech, we have been in the golden era of Ohio State football, and I thought that you look at like Tressel's era, we get a championship out of it. We went. I mean, people forget Tressel actually went to 3 championships. He's won for 3. But he went to 3 of them. Went back to back actually. And then but I never thought it could get better than that. And then Urban Meyer comes, and then I knew it would get better in a way, than what it was before. But even in that, there are some difficulties where you're beating the team up north. Even though they're not some of them aren't the most impressive Wolverine teams, you're still winning that game. But you do the Michigan State thing, you do the Purdue thing, you do the Iowa thing, you do the Clemson 31-0 thing.
Exactly.
There's just things like that, and sometimes it's not fun to see your head coach damn near die on the sidelines every close game every year.
That Purdue game. He almost died on that sideline. Dude, he was on his knees, man. I
thought the program died. And then but then here comes this. He's not an Ohio guy, he's not a Midwest guy. He's some guy from the Northeast Coast, out of Massachusetts. Did live a hard life though. And then he goes around he's not like a Sharon Moore who plays D1 football. His first job is at a D1 program. Ryan Day worked himself up the ranks the hard way and made connections and made relationships with people. And, in the first head job you are given is the Ohio State football program. That's not easy. That is not easy. I think a lot of guys would fold under that pressure. Like Luke Fickell, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he has suspensions. Yeah, he started a freshman quarterback. That Ohio State team was far superior to everyone else in that conference still. Everyone isn't meant for the job. And I think we are now leading into the era where Ryan Day is about to set the bar.
Yeah, I agree, man. The trajectory was there. You make that point about the 2018 defense was possibly it was one of the worst. I mean, you go look at that Maryland game.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Day makes the splash hire with Jeff Hafley, who he was with the 49ers. Wasn't he with the 49ers? Yeah, he's with the 49ers. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that people don't realize: if Urban Meyer would have stayed, who do you think would have been the quarterback if he would have stayed? If Urban Meyer would have stayed,
everyone knew Tate was going to be the quarterback,
and that would have been disastrous, dude. Just awful. I would have, dude. That would have been a wasted defense. I don't think they, man. I want to say they'd make the playoffs, but I think it'd be like another JT Barrett type deal where it's just like you got a guy who can run, but he has no arm, and it's just like you're getting blitzed by Clemson once again. So, yeah, like people can say what they want about Ryan Day, but at the end of the day, all the hate is coming around because he can't beat Michigan. That's it. They don't want
Yeah,
to they don't want to admit it.
yeah. And
They
Rob,
don't want to
I was
admit
trying
it.
to, and on Monday, like I was trying to, and shout out to Doreen, friend friend of the show, friend of the network. Like I was talking, she said, like, she wasn't the only one. Other Buckeye fans said, no, Ryan Day, they don't call him great until he gets a better record against Michigan, right? But I sat here and said, I told him, I don't believe a rivalry game holds weight over whether you are a great coach or not. Like, and I told him, I said, and of course, there's different variables, right, on what, because everyone has the same start, but our
Yeah.
start, but our starting line. But I said, listen, Jim Harbaugh started 0-5 against Ohio State. He did rebuild that program. He got them 3 Big Ten championships in a row, and then he won a national championship. Rivalry is, I said, I don't care about that rivalry. Jim Harbaugh, not like I don't care about it, but in terms of this conversation, he's a great coach, and I can't I can't take that away from somebody. Like that's not something I could. He got to the playoffs 3 years in a row. He did that the same way. What I said about Ryan Day. Now him, did he have to rebuild the program? No, but you are handed the keys to a Ferrari at the age of 15 and expected to be an adult in there, and he did it. He did it, and he go and again, like if you, I think that it's completely disingenuous in my opinion, because it's not a fact what I'm saying. It's my opinion that you hold a rivalry game over someone's head and make that the deciding factor if they are great or not. Now, if you want to have that discussion within like the coaches in the rivalry, or when you rank the Ohio State coaches, I can agree with that. Like I remember, Rob, I would love to have this conversation with you one day. I ask people when it comes to who's the GOAT Ohio State coach, and everyone keeps telling me Woody. When I'm sitting there telling them it's Urban, and I tell them, do you hold it against Woody that he lost the 10-year war? Like, is that not a lash on your back? Because
The dude won natties though. Like,
no, but that's in terms of like as a great coach.
yeah.
Let's just be frank here. It's harder to win a national championship today than it was for Ohio State back then. So for me, so that's what I'm saying. Like within the rivalry, like Ryan Day, you don't rank ahead of Jim Tressel, you don't rank ahead of Woody Hayes, you don't rank ahead of Ryan Day, but you are a great coach. But when I'm trying to decide who I think is the better coach or the greater coach for Ohio State, or whether you do that for Michigan, like for Michigan, I don't call not Jim Tressel, but Jim Harbaugh the best coach. I don't think Bo Schembechler is the best coach in Michigan history. I think Lloyd Carr is. So like, I don't know. I have a lot of crazy opinions, bro. I have a lot of crazy opinions.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Like, as of right now, in terms of the rivalry, I consider Jim Tressel the greatest because those were some pretty good Michigan teams he beat at the beginning. I mean, he won the 1 versus 2 battle. He
Mm-hmm.
he won the 1 versus 2 battle, the game of the century, they called it. By the way, if you want to watch that documentary is on HBO Max. But yeah, he beats some pretty good Michigan teams in the beginning. Yes, he lost once, but I mean, I consider him, the ultimate Wolverine Slayer. And
Mm-hmm.
Urban Meyer, he beat one good Michigan team, that 2016 team. But other than that, those were some pretty average subpar Michigan teams that he
Yeah.
beat along the way. And yeah, you could say 2018. team was, they were man, I remember that year, dude. I remember when Karan Higdon, Gentry, and they all went to the podium talking about how they're gonna kick Ohio State's ass, and then all of a sudden, it's just a complete massacre, dude, a bloodbath. But yeah, I consider Jim Tressel the ultimate Wolverine Slayer. I get Urban Meyer when 7-0, but in terms of the talent, just I think Tressel went up against the tougher Michigan teams back then. I mean, when he had to go against, Chad Henne and company. So,
No, for
but
sure.
yeah, and no, let's let Ryan Day as a human being,
Mm-hmm.
just the human being aspect, the amount of
Oh, he's
they,
a top tier human being. Top tier human being.
I mean, like he gives to charity for mental health, and just the amount of crap he's been through with there are a lot of some loonies with the Ohio State fan base
Yep.
who said, I mean, he had to pull his kids from their school, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even imagine that. And then just great, like, people could say what they want, but I think he's a developer of actually no a mentor to young men. I mean, he's more than just a coach. Oh my gosh, Robert, your mother is stupid. But yeah, I think he's a mentor to young men. I mean, I feel like he's more than a coach on that team. I feel like those players could go talk to him about whatever they want. So
For sure.
yeah,
Shoot, man, I'm
definitely.
gonna bring. I gotta do a read. I gotta bring up our call. But any last thoughts on the Buckeyes or anything else in the college football world?
Man, not really, dude. I'm looking. The more that I see with recruiting, the transfer portal, these interviews with Ryan Day and Matt Patricia, it gives me more confidence that it's gonna be another top notch season. So my ceiling for Ohio State is one loss, and the floor is two losses.
Mm,
But
I'm right with you.
history tells us that Ohio State does not take these steps back. They recruit way too well, and I trust Ryan Day with the coaching hires too. So, but yeah, man, that's all I got, dude. Thanks for
All right, bro.
thanks for having me on, man. It
Oh man,
was it
thanks for
was a lot of
calling, man.
fun.
I love when you call, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I'll be a regular. I'll be a weekly caller. So
My man. Tell Pete to get his behind over here too.
yeah, man. He's been busy with some stuff, but
He's busy. All right.
I'll
You
mention.
give him my best wishes.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, later, man.
See you, bro. All right, well, everyone, that was my guy Rob from Buckeye Battle Cry. Again, everyone, if you have a chance to go check out their content, subscribe to them. And before we get to some of these comments and our next caller, everybody, get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the voice of college football. See what our partner Win Agency has to say about sponsorship experience with us. What a great partner they are. Let's discuss how you also can reach your target market. Contact us at sponsorships@bocfb.com. Again, that is sponsorships@bocfb.com today. So real quick, we got our next caller coming up here. I just want to read some of these comments. So yeah, this killed me, dude. Garris is going to get the Ryan Day public relations job in a year or two. Yes, I am. I am. Like, no, I don't think there's anyone. I don't think there's a fan, not excluding his family. And I don't believe there's anyone in any type of Ohio State Buckeye media that goes as hard for Ryan Day at pause as I do. No one does. That is my coach. So yes, you are correct on that. This is my guy Abdul. That turnaround on defense from 2018 to 2019 needs to be studied. It definitely does. Like again, that 2018 defense was so trash, and it's always hilarious when everyone says, "Oh, look what Ryan Day was handed. He was handed a Lamborghini." I don't know what you can listen, man. I don't know what you can do with a Lamborghini when it doesn't have wheels. Like we didn't have a defense. It was the worst defense in I think 40, 50 years at Ohio State. And then somehow, that like we talked about earlier, the next season it becomes the best defense in the country and sends their defensive end Chase Young, who I believe be the best Buckeye player of my lifetime, to New York City. Just amazing year. And here's Maniac. So I asked, why isn't Ryan Day great? And he says Ryan Day had 5 straight years with a 5-star QB under center. Justin Fields 2 years. CJ Stroud 2 years, Cal McCord 1 year, and only 1 playoff win in that span. That's not greatness. Okay. One, whether you have a 5-star quarterback or a no-star quarterback has no bearing on someone's greatness. There's no bearing. You see, Maniac, when you come to these conversations and you want to have and Robert Howard, I'm gonna get you over here soon. Just let me handle this real quick. The other night when I talked about this, those are the type of points you bring up when you're having a discussion about what's greatness and what's not. Ryan Day has 70 wins and 10 losses. Mind you, he had his first loss to an unranked team. Yes, it was you guys, but his first loss to an unranked team in 6 years was to you guys. This is the only one he has. And then you bring up you had 1 playoff win. Okay, well, let's play this game then. So in 2019, he loses. 2020, he wins. 2021, no, I'm sorry, 2020, he beats Clemson, goes to the national championship, loses the game that no one thought he was going to win. No one thought he was going to beat that Bama team, and they weren't going to beat that Bama team because that Bama team was better than them. Then you fast forward, 2002. They missed it. They missed it. I'm sorry, 21. They miss it. They don't go. It is what it is. 22, they make it, and they face Georgia. Underdog in that game. Up 2 scores in that game. They should have won that game. They lose by a field goal at the end of the game. But people forget, Georgia missed 2 field goals in that game. They missed 2 field goals. So at the end of the game, when it all came down to it, everyone gets mad about it, and Georgia made the plays to come back in that game. It's a high-level football game. It's not like we're out there playing Sister St. Mary's of the Poor. We're playing goddamn Georgia. 14 points ain't shit. Not when there's 14 minutes to go in the game. Not for Georgia. Not for Ohio State. You can come back from that. They lost. The next season in 23, they missed the playoffs. Cool. Now, tell me what happened in 2024. Tennessee, belt. Oregon, belt. Texas, go home. Notre Dame, belt. Oh, Maniac, by the way, second highest win percentage in college football history. College football history. Like at some point, you gotta stop talking out your arse and actually use your brain and talk out your mouth. Like we can't have it. If I can sit here as a Buckeye fan and tell Ohio State fans Jim Harbaugh is a great coach, despite his record against Michigan, despite the fact that he got blown out and that he lost to TCU, despite the fact that he got destroyed by Georgia the season before that in the playoff, despite all that, what he did was that for him, he was able to revive his program, win the Big Ten 3 times in a row, beat his rival 3 years in a row after starting 0-5, 0-5, 0-5, and then he proceeded to win a national championship. That's greatness. You can't take that away from that man. You can't take it away from that man. And it's not a situation. And for both these coaches, Ryan Day and Jim Harbaugh had their own car rides to how they got there. One is a guy who's a tenured coach from the NFL who's been a college coach. Mind you, Jim Harbaugh had never won a Division I conference championship until 2021. They didn't do it at Stanford. So but you have that. And then you have Ryan Day, who's a guy who has to, he's coming, he's coming from the bottom from it. He's handed the keys to something that no one even thought that he was deserving of. No one but the people in the room that actually knew who he was and actually knew how he could coach knew that he belonged at Ohio State as the head football coach. Both of them are not in a situation where they are Larry Coker at Miami or they're Ed Orgeron at LSU. Those aren't elite coaches. Those aren't great coaches. Those two, Ryan Day and a guy like Jim are great coaches because they had to work. They had to work. And it wasn't easy. Yes, they came from different slots, but that doesn't matter. And it's annoying. It's annoying when we have these stupid conversations, these disingenuous conversations, and it's not the lot, and it's not all the Wolverine fans. It's not all the Wolverine fans. Guys like Burks right here, and shout out to Burks. Good to see you in here, my guy. It's always good to see you. Guys like Burks, like again, his head isn't up his arse. He's able to have a real dignified football conversation. And when we sit here and say that Ryan Day isn't a great coach, when the guy had the second highest win percentage of all time, you sound stupid. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. I just had to get that because I really hate those types of conversations. I really do. I really do. And I'm just never here for it. Robert, if you're still here, my friend, please come back up. But that was aggravating. That was aggravating. And then Maniac, by the way, I heard you say something. You said something stupid in there. And then and I'm pretty sure Tank called it out. I'm pretty sure he did. You said that Dabo and Kirby Smart have done more. Hey, dumbass. Sorry. They've been coaching longer. Everybody, welcome to the stage, Juju.
Bro, Garrison, bro, take a breath, bro.
No, listen. Juju, I said I won't yell and argue with other people, but on my platform, when I can, and I see some stupidity, you're damn right I'm gonna call it out. I'm taking scorched earth to it. Scorched earth.
Bro, I love you and Maniac, bro. Go ahead.
Talking about Ryan Days and a great Hey, Drew, can I ask you a question, bro? Let me just ask you a question, right?
Mm. Yeah, go ahead.
If Sherrone Moore in his first 6 years at Michigan, right? If he went 70-10, had the second highest win percentage in college football history, had a national championship, and was 30 wins away from qualifying for the for the College Football Hall of Fame, which essentially he's already in there because he's good. Ryan Day's not leaving anytime soon, so he's always going to the College Football Hall of Fame. Is that not greatness?
Well, when we talked about it, that's where I disagree with Maniac and Johnny. I mean, it's okay to disagree, even as fans. I do think he does have a Michigan problem. We all know that. But yes, outside of
he goes, dude, he doesn't go to therapy for that. He needs therapy for that. Everyone knows that.
And I don't know. Look, he just doesn't coach well against anywhere else. Like, I gotta give it to. I'm a football fan, bro. Like, I troll a lot, but I know ball. Like, he is a great coach. Like, when he won his national championship, and went on the run that he did, I like chess matches between coaches, and I thought Texas. I told you on Twitter, I thought Texas would be the team, if any team. Hey, and they gave you the toughest road.
Sorry, Burks, get out of here. Out. Out. Sorry, man. What were you saying?
I was saying, when we were talking on Twitter, I told you that personnel-wise, schematically, like, Texas would be the toughest test, and they were. I mean, let's be honest. Notre Dame made it close late, but they were outmatched. But I thought schematically, like, even as head coach, like, I thought he made great adjustments. I still don't know what went on in the Michigan game, you know, but I gotta give it to him, bro. He's a great he's a great coach. That record speaks for itself. Like I said last time on the other show, you were with us. Urban Meyer lost those petty games to Purdue, like the Purdue's of the world. Like Ryan Day's not done that. So I gotta give him his props.
31-0, bro.
Yeah.
In a playoff game. In a playoff game.
Look, I gotta give
on
him his
national
props.
television.
I would take that right now. Like if you gave me a set like his record, I would take it. Like
you have to, man. You just have to. And again, it's like all the times like again, like I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I said like 2 years ago, even before the Cal McCord season, I told people that Ryan Day had the program in a better spot than Urban Meyer left it, and that was just truth. Like our guy Abdul in the chat, he said like that 2018 to 2019 defensive change has to be studied. Like, dude, that 2018 was the worst. Cause the thing is, it's not even about just the offense. In 2018, Ohio State had its worst defense in 50 years or so. Ryan Day the next season gave us the number one defense in the country and sent Chase Young to New York.
He's showing out. He's showing out for my Saints, bro. Shout out to him, got his contract.
Yeah, got Jeff Okudah drafted in the first round. Like don't say anything crazy here, Juju. I know you're a Lions fan. Don't say anything crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know. And like I want to point this out real quick because like from a casual game right here, I don't know why it's hard for rivals to just give each other props, whereas do put pride aside. That's what I'm saying. But like I have no problem with calling Jim Harbaugh a great coach. No problem at all. I refuse to be dishonest. Like I've been saying, like I used to say on the Scarlet and Blue Show, I still say on the Scarlet and Blue Show, I'm gonna say it here. When I come and talk to everyone here, I talk to you, do everyone else, like, and it's not to say that I'm right in everything I believe, right, or everything I say. But I'm never gonna come here and just lie. Like I'm never gonna just lie to people. Like I could remember I was posting about all those crazy things I was hearing from Michigan fans, like the whole like if Bryce of JJ, bro. You know what else? You know what else happened in that chat? This Michigan fan was trying to tell me that Rashawn Gary was a better football player than Hutchinson, and I lost my shit. I lost. And then you know what he did? He posted their stats from last season, and that's why I knew you don't watch football.
Look,
like get your people, Juju. Like,
look, I'll say this. Look,
that's your family.
Look, Hutchinson was great, and so, bro, I would say Don Brown failed. Like, he failed Rashawn Gary. I will say that. Like, bro, that shit was terrible. Like, bro, I don't even want to get too much on that, but no, I don't think it's, bro. Hutchinson obviously had the better career, and he's having the better pro career. I mean, I don't think it's close, but I will say Don Brown failed Rashawn Gary. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, no, I'm not mad for saying that. I believe the same thing for JTT especially, but also Jack Sawyer, but mostly JTT.
Larry Johnson.
No, with Jim Knowles.
Oh, you talking about Jim Knowles?
Yeah, because he had our defensive ends playing contained for 3 years. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Jim Knowles. Defense got better every single season. I'm not gonna trash talk Jim Knowles like other Ohio State fans might, but he did not in a sense hold them back, and that's why I've said like Jack Sawyer, he's not as good as JTT. I think a lot of people were shocked, Juju, when JTT went 2 rounds before Jack, and I was surprised. I said that's not even a discussion. But I do believe JTT was in the same situation as Rashawn Gary, where we saw a lot of flashes of greatness through the years they were there. But I know for a fact that he's going to be a better NFL player than college football player. And Rashawn Gary went through that.
I mean, I just feel like JTT can, like, I think they were both, like, the way Larry Johnson used them was kind of like, bro, it wasn't
Larry.
Well, Jim knows. If you want, I know they butted heads, like, and then ultimately one left. Like, whatever it is, like, I can kind of see JTT been in the corner a little bit. He's a freak athlete. I can't see that from Jack. He's a bull rusher to me.
Mhm.
He's setting the edge.
He's gonna
good
be a
in the run
linebacker.
game.
He's gonna be a linebacker.
That's the dude is. I don't know. He's stiff to me, just a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, he is. He has no bit. Okay, I'm not. All right, this is not. No, Juju, you're not gonna get me to do this. I've done it already. I'm not gonna sit here and call out Jack Sawyer's faults. I'm not doing that again.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm not a huge fan. I know JTT. Like, I love his athleticism, and I think that he went just about right in the draft. I don't know what was he overall. He went before Jay Stu, right? Josiah Stewart. Josiah
Jack,
Stewart 90th overall. He went before Jack Sawyer though. Pretty sure.
Josiah,
Yeah, didn't he? Am I tripping?
4th round.
He went 90th overall.
He did. No, he went before. Yeah, because Jack went to the Steelers.
And even him, I don't think he plays edge. I think he's a linebacker in the league.
I understand, like, some people have some his height's an issue. He's 6'1". That's short. That's short. That's short for D. But I do think that I think he can he can make plays. He'll be a good player. Where did he go to?
Oh, the Rams. I love the fit.
That's a good spot.
I love the fit. I think, bro, I like where everyone went in our draft. Like, for our draft class, I love where everyone. I did not want Mason Graham to go to the Jags, bro. At all. I just don't. I think MG or KG, Kenneth Grant, was a match made in heaven for Miami because Miami has ties to Michigan. I mean, the dream has ties to Michigan. Mm-hmm. If not, I thought Will Johnson was gonna go if he didn't get hurt.
No, man, that's Denzel Burke's teammate. Yeah, he come over there to be cornerback too.
Bro, Will Johnson get to see Marv every day in practice. Bro, the Cardinals won the draft, bro. I don't like they won the fucking draft.
Well, I know the Cowboys didn't, but no.
Neither did my Saints, bro. So it's all good.
Who did you think had the best draft?
The Cardinals, bro. Like, I literally think the Cardinals. They got Birch. They got who was it? They got Will. They got Burke. They addressed all their needs, bro. Like, defensively, I really think they won the draft. If you can check, I don't know who else they got, but I know that was I know that was their 3 right there.
What do you think about? I didn't know you were a Saints fan.
Oh yeah, love Nolan, man. Love.
I know you a big Chris Olave fan too, ain't you?
Man, if you can stay healthy, bro, like we can stop throwing them hospital balls.
Y'all doing something to Ohio State receivers for something over there for some odd reason. Whenever Ohio State Buckeyes go, there will be whether it be Michael, whether it be y'all had a Buckeye receiver in the early 2000s.
Fuck, I can't remember. All I know is, bro, we're the New Orleans fucking Buckeyes, bro. We love the Buckeyes, bro. Oh, yeah. Marshawn Lattimore had a great career there, so.
But there was a while, like 3/4 of your secondary were Buckeyes for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm shit. Give me them all. Like, look, we're rivals in college, but anyone come through, give me them, bro. I'll take them at the next level.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Well, a few Wolverine players have broken my heart, like Mozzie Smith. And the thing is, Mozzie Smith, man, listen,
bro, he's trash, bro.
Mozzie, you are a Kentwood dude. Man, listen, just like me, you are a Kentwood dude out of Grand Rapids. Got love for you, bro. You suck.
Wait, what I don't understand is why are we getting, like, rivalry aside, like, I don't understand why some Lions fans were upset with the Tyreek pick. I thought he was the third best DT. Bro.
Hey, call it what it is. It's hate. It's hate. and it's crazy, bro. Did you see what Steve Dees posted? What he said?
No, I didn't catch it. Was it on Twitter?
He said that he had never watched Tyreek Williams pop or on any game. And I was like, you are a liar. You are.
Oh my God.
Like bro, I not kid you. He was our best defensive lineman last year.
It wasn't close to me.
He was our best defensive lineman. And last year, had he gone to the draft, he was a fringe first, early second round pick.
Yeah.
Like he was this season. And and I was surprised. I was like, man, like there were fringe Ohio State players that were like maybe first round. A few of them for me were it was Tyleek, JTT, and Travion Henderson, which surprisingly he went behind 2 picks after Judkins did. But Tyleek going in the first round isn't surprising. And let's be honest, the Lions needed it. They needed it,
bro. They addressed every need that they.
Oh man, you know me. I'm in the portal right now, and the Lions are leading. Listen, it ain't nothing for me to be a Lions fan. I'm right down the street, baby. Like
I don't even know why you still holding on to that Cowboy shit, bro. Shit.
People are trying to give me slack for it. I don't care. I listen. If there's only one woman I'm loyal to, and that's Ohio State football. Outside of that, these other football teams.
Mean, outside of the Jaden Blue pick, bro, that shit was mud, bro.
No, that was a good pick. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw that pick, I said I'm a Cowboy still.
Yeah, no.
But it was the problem was in the guard from Alabama. I like that kid. Like he's a football player.
Yeah.
I like him. We needed a wide receiver, and who was right there for the taking?
I said it, bro. I literally said
it. I just
who the hell else you gonna throw the ball to?
And the thing is, and it didn't even hit me, bro, because when the pick came up, the only thing I tweeted is Will Johnson is available.
Yeah.
I hate my team. I hate them. We skipped out on Emeka Egbuka and Will Johnson. I don't care. I don't give a damn what his knee says. His knee could be left in Ann Arbor for all I care. I'm picking Will Johnson in the first round.
God, Garrison, who's old boy, the third receiver that went? Fuck. Can't remember his last name, but I think he was the best receiver. I think he was the best receiver in the class. Can't remember his damn last name, bro. Who did he go to? God damn.
You're not Luther Burden. He went later.
God, bro, it is not.
What school?
I don't know, but I thought he was the best receiver in the draft. I think that they reached for McMillan that far in the draft. Like he went 8 overall or some shit.
You can't teach height.
I know you, but it's like, bro, like you. I feel like you reached a little bit, bro. Who did they get taken by?
Yeah. Was it Luther Burden you talking about?
Burton.
Okay, no. Hey, day one, get on him for me. Hey,
look, I feel like
all last season before the year started, all these Missouri fans and everybody kept telling me, Ohio State fans, that Luther Burden was better than Emeka Egbuka. Stop that shit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There's that Luther Burden is not better than Emeka Egbuka.
Well, this is what I try to do, Gary. I try to take it outside of the Michigan Ohio State game because a lot of people do that, and
all right. So Wesley's thing is Matthew Golden out of Texas.
Yeah, that it actually wasn't Burton. It was
Matthew Golden. Okay. Hey, thank you, Wesley. Thank you.
Matthew, that's who was third selected. That's who I think was actually. Thank you for that. Who was that, Wesley? Thank you for that because I thought it was Burton. No, I think the Golden kid was, bro. Watching his feet are so good, bro. Oh my god.
I didn't know he was that fast. Like when we played them in the playoffs that you guys didn't go to.
That's crazy.
We had him on lockdown all game. He had a few catches, but no. And the thing is, though, Luther Burden. I mean, listen, and it's not his fault that he had to go against the vaunted Ohio State defense that day.
But let's hold on, bro. I have to talk about that for your guys' defense coming up.
This upcoming season?
Yeah, this season.
Okay. What's up?
The only weakness that I feel like you guys have is DT. Clear. But
DT depth. Not the starting 2 DTs.
Right. But also I go into that because, bro, y'all don't rotate a lot.
Last year we did. We don't rotate.
Y'all had veterans.
We don't rotate as much as y'all, but we rotate.
That's bro. In a game, it'll wear you down. That's why you guys needed the depth. And I want to talk about that Bo kid just for a second because I went and I watched, or what was his name?
Black.
Yeah, his best 2 games were against very bad teams.
Yep. But he was still good. He was still good all season.
I'm not talking about his sack numbers. I went back and watched, because I know sacks don't tell the whole story. Pressures do.
He did get a lot of sacks in one. I think he had like 3.5 or 4 sacks in one game. So I will be about that.
And I came away. Look, he's a good player, but I don't think he's a difference maker. I just don't. I think
I
I just think he's good, decent.
No. This is why he's a difference maker, because he's not like he's an all conference football player.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting an average player. You're not getting you're getting a good football player, and it's important for Ohio State this upcoming season be that when you bring in Kenyatta Jackson Jr., when you bring in Caden Curry, these are guys that have a lot of talent. Yes, they played, but they've never been starters. This guy's been a starter. He's gonna start. He's gonna start.
I mean, who else? I mean, like I said, I know they're talented players and they're big time recruits. Look, I know everyone else gets this, which is weird. Everyone else outside of us gets hit by these guys. Like, they perform for some reason against us. We just don't see it. And that's why I think a lot of Michigan fans, including myself, are so confident when it comes to playing you guys. And I think a lot of us got to take outside of that game because these players are still good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they're bums. But to me, it's like you haven't had an edge dominate our game. Like in a long time.
It's a little hard to do that when you don't throw the ball as much as you guys.
I mean, not just that. I'm talking about run game, like setting the edge.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that.
I have to say that. I mean,
last
all
year,
that we can go.
No, this is why. Because this is where Juju. You have to understand that my mind is a still trap. Mm-hmm. Last year, you guys did nothing in the run game until.
I agree.
Really nothing until that last run that that Khalil got at the end of the game. In 2023, you guys just had your run game actually didn't do all that great in that game. Actually,
no, it got better when we lost our best offensive lineman, which is ironic.
Yeah. You guys come on the ball actually. But JJ saved it because on third down he was great. He was great on third down. Best in the country.
Yeah, the best in the country. Yeah.
And then in 2022, I was talking to a Wolverine fan about this. It was Terrence. That's who it was. Until that first long run, Donovan Edwards was averaging 2.8 a carry. 2.8 a carry.
I actually love the 2022 game because it's actually the first time in the last 4 years that we actually used the pass to open up the run. Insane. I mean, I don't know what Jim Knowles was doing. You sitting zero, bro. Like, you disrespect. I mean, it was just great, bro. It was great to see.
We're gonna be in zero because we stopped your run game, and let's be honest here. I don't think. Wait. You said what was 2021 or
2022?
2022. Well,
I mean,
Well, you gotta remember, bro. That Ohio State defense was known for giving up big plays.
No, I get it, but also I just think it was arrogance. There was no adjustments made, and on top of that, I just don't think Jim Knowles respected.
Jim doesn't make adjustments.
Bro, every big play felt like either a busted coverage or our man just won, right? Bro, y'all really did not think JJ could take the top off the defense, and rightfully so. He didn't show.
Whoa. There was a difference between taking the top off the defense and you running a play action, and then our safety slips on his ass, and then you have a guy that's wide open, like his pants are down open. That's not, bro. Oh, that's not like Joe Burrow having a wide receiver in single coverage or in double coverage, and he throws it over the top 50, 60 yards into the bucket, which JJ struggles to do.
That's what I was telling you. Like, which
but you say
at the end of my statement, I said which rightfully so he hadn't shown.
Okay.
But Cornelius Johnson making a move on, I think it was Cam Martinez, I think at the time. I mean, that was single coverage. That was the safety. Colston Loveland was just wide open because you guys tripped over each other. I'll give you that. But Cornelius Johnson beating Cam Martinez one-on-one, he just got his ankles took, bro.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, Juju, before we continue, I do want to do this. Before we I'm not shutting you down right now. I just want to make sure I do this.
No, you're good. You got the shoulder on. Go ahead.
Yes, man. Just want to give a shout out real quick to all the members here at the channel. Shout out to one of my best friends, Asian Posh, Queen Doreen, and also Blue Wolverine. The stars align. Bootzilla, Jordan Kapler, Grizz, Robert Howard, my man, Jam OSU, saw you earlier, man. Good to see you. Philip Buford, Doug Shepard Sr., and John Bruce Ferguson. If you would like to become a member, press the join button. Pretty soon we'll be having a lot of content coming up, especially in the football season. That'll be only for memberships. So if you would like to, you don't have to, of course. The only thing we ask you guys to do is subscribe and hit that like button. So please do so if you can. And then also see what we have. And then pretty soon we'll be doing a lot more interviews coming up. We're going to get some – I'm not going to tell you guys we're working on it. I'm not saying we're being So that'll come soon. That'll come soon. But I'm sorry, Judy. What were you saying, man?
Yeah, that was about the I just wanted to talk just for a second about the defense. Like,
Do you want to know how I feel about that game this November?
What game?
Like I mean, no BS. Like it's gonna sound real fanboy to you, but I really mean this when I say it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna donkey kick you guys this year.
Think you're gonna dog walk us this year?
Donkey kick you.
I mean, hey, look.
And the reason why, Drew, is because the last 3 Ohio State teams that we've had, right? Hell, the last 4, right? You would expect one of them to have at least won the game, especially last year's team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now in 2021, Ohio State fans, we were maybe even you guys, we weren't expecting to lose y'all that season. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, man, it happens when you least expect it. And yet, Ohio State got more talent. Y'all got a true freshman. The game is in Ann Arbor. Y'all still got a defense. You still got Wick. You still got all that. I think it should be one of those games where you don't see it coming. And I think we blow you guys' doors off this season. And I haven't said that over the last few years. Over the last few years, I thought it was pretty close. Actually, over the last 2 years, I have bet for you guys to not win but cover. So, if I'm gonna listen, if my team gonna lose, I'm gonna get. That video of Denzel Washington. He goes, I'm gonna get some. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. Some money in my pocket. So I mean, I appreciate you guys to give me $500 over the last 2 years, but recovering at least. But no, I think it's gonna be one of those weird years.
Look, you know why I love it?
And a lot of it, bro. Has to do with some of it has to do with Ryan Day. I just think he has a newfound confidence, but you still gotta find your confidence in the game. It's you have to find your confidence in the game. Like so that it's separate from everything else. So you still gotta do that. But I think that there's something. I think there's something a lot of Michigan fans aren't talking about when it comes to this Ohio State team. Okay, and there's a dynamic that Ohio State's bringing this season that we never had before. And there's a chance that Ohio State, a very good chance. CBS had him as the #1 tight end, but there's a good chance Ohio State has the best tight end in the country right now.
Mm-hmm. He's good. I agree. And
it's going to be in this season, it's going to be impossible to bracket Jeremiah. It's going to be impossible to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to get too bullish. I do respect the game enough to know that, look, there's a chance the game's going to be close. Like, when I say blow your doors off, does that mean we're going to beat you by 20 points? No. I just think that we're going to beat you and dominate you this season.
I mean,
I think you know it too in the depths of your heart, Juju, to be honest with you.
No, I honestly think that last year was the year.
Like if I pulled your soul out and asked it, are you guys winning this season in Ann Arbor? Your soul would tell you Michigan Wolverines run for the hills.
I mean, honest. Look, like I said, I'm honest. And last year, I did not. No one. Last year, I didn't think we would pull it out. I'll even admit in the 2022 game when Blake went down, like I didn't think we would pull that off in the shoot. But this coming year, I am very confident because one, you guys are going to be favored going to that game. I know you guys will be. I mean, you guys are always favored. You will be favored going to that game to me. If not, it'll be a 3-point advantage to me, and that's just home field. That's one. Two, last year gave me so much confidence going into this year because everything was addressed. Coaching staff, that the needs were addressed. OC was addressed. That's first. Juan Castillo is back in the wide receivers room. That's 2. 3, or Soup Campbell. Sorry. 3, Castillo is back in the offensive line room. Last year, Sharon Moore, he had to be the offensive line coach, the head coach, and the OC basically.
Oh my God.
This is what I okay. Just hold on, I gotta finish this.
Oh my God! God forbid that Ryan Day be the QB coach, the offensive coordinator, and the head coach. Like stop, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm just telling you why I'm confident about this season, bro. Like I think he addressed everything, and he can be head coach now. Like we were in every single game outside of that Texas game playing against two offenses. Our defense played lights out the back half of the year. Lights out.
I thought you were about to say because Texas. So
no. We would have lost that game either way.
That Texas game is the only game I can sit here and tell you that's the only game Mason Graham has bad tape. That's his only bad tape. Like that's the type of game you can throw out the trash. But that's his only bad tape.
I mean, yeah, Wink was using him at fucking edge, and guess what?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
and where to start go? That's when we didn't have established depth. That's what I'm saying. Like we established our depth about game 9. Like they were playing, but they were balling out. So I think we addressed everything we needed to address, and that defense is going to be good, bro. They're going to be very good, and we have a championship kicker. I think we're going to have a championship defense. I keep saying that on Twitter. I'll keep saying it everywhere. If our offense gets in the 60s to 70s,
we and you was talking about this.
I love that area for 60s, 70s. We're a playoff team.
How many points a game do you think your offense will have to average?
27, 30, 20, probably 27, 30.
Do you think this team is able to do that?
I think we're gonna have a good running game off rip. I mean, we have two good backs, and I think all of our offensive linemen run block very good. It's the pass protection I'm a little worried about. I think early it's gonna be shaky because obviously freshman quarterback. But I think we're gonna hit our stride. Like with a new OC, bro, a vet OC.
A high school OC, yeah.
You think Chip Lindsey's a high school OC? Bro, I gotta get you on record. You think Chip Lindsey's a bad OC?
1 second.
Nah, no way. No way you think he's a bad OC.
I didn't say a bad OC. I didn't say a bad OC.
Bro, there is nothing worse than 130th.
High school coach.
I'm just saying, there's nothing worse than 130th, bro, in P4 in offense.
Give me a second real quick, all right, Juju?
Do your thing.
Springville High School, Sparkman High School, Deschler High School, Colbert Heights High School, Hoover High School, Lassiter High School. Then he went to Troy to be a quarterback coach. Then the next year, Spain Park High School. Mm-hmm. Then after 2 years, he went to Auburn as a OA for 1 year. Then went to Southern Miss for 2. Then went to Arizona State for 1. Then went to Auburn, Troy, UCF, North Carolina for a year, 2, and then Michigan now. So I don't know. Like,
what did he do in Auburn though in the SEC? He had a 3,000-yard passer and a 3,000-yard rushing in the SEC.
He did that just to go to Southern Miss.
What I'm telling you is bro. He's averaged 30 points a game, like in his sleep. What I'm telling you, he's a good OC, bro. He's not a good head coach.
But you know what the problem is, Juju? You know what those Auburn teams or like that North Carolina team, you know what they have? Weapons.
They had a what?
Weapons.
Bro.
Like guys.
You're telling me North Carolina had real weapons? Cap.
Bro, Samaj Morgan has a body like you and me, bro. Like y'all don't have.
Samaj Morgan's not gonna play, bro. Like I can tell you this: our three best wide receivers, bro, are McCauley, Moore, and Goodwin.
Fred, yeah.
You stick Goodwin in the slot, bro. That is a good starting 3, bro. I'll take it.
What? Why doesn't Peyton O'Leary?
I think, bro, to me, like watching the games, he struggles in choice routes. Like his choice routes to me is where he struggles the most. He's a bigger body. He made a great play against Ohio State, but his choice routes, I just don't think is mentally there for him. Like, hey, I love that you said that 1K because our championship team was 66th in offense. I love that you said that. 66th
in total offense, not in efficiency. Not in efficiency.
Well, that's what I want. Total offense, I want 60s and 70s. We make the playoff with that, bro.
Man, look, total offense, bro. No, that's not true. Miami had the best offense. They didn't make it.
No, I'm saying because we have a championship defense, I feel like, and I have a championship kicker. That's why you just need one person.
You do have the best kicker in college football. That's
This is what I'm saying. Like, I just think if our offense is functional, bro,
it'll be better. It'll be better. I just think that I believe that your offense will have a lot of the same struggles it did last year, but the run game, not even the run game. Bryce's legs would alleviate some of that.
And you've seen it.
And yeah, I saw. Yeah, 17-yard run. My God, yeah, cool.
No, I'm not talking about his run. I was going to talk about the 11 personnel and the RPO alone. The play calling alone is going to be way better. You have, like I said, you have a seasoned vet that knows what he's doing.
Can Hogan Hansen block?
What happened?
Can Hogan Hansen block?
No, he's going to be receiving. Marlon Klein is, bro, he's like third in football and blocking last year, bro.
He's a good athlete. He's a really good athlete.
But like Chip Lindsey's not going to use, like, when we line up in 12, okay, but he's going to be a lot of 11 personnel with tight ends in the slot. That's why I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. You gonna answer this, Juju?
Why are Michigan fans hyped about McCulley? I mean, he's an athlete that we haven't had, bro. I mean, when you are at the bottom, like, for everyone listening, when you are at the bottom, bro, you will take anything and you will hype it up. See, if y'all had, bro, I will compare this to y'all kicker. If you had James Turner of ours last year, you guys would flip. You guys would be ecstatic, bro.
Hey, dude, I got you. Wesley, like like your younger days when you go on like a little oh God, I'm not gonna say something. Am I? You go on like a little dry spell, right?
This is crazy.
And
I don't know if this is the right analogy, bro.
Listen, what were you saying, Juju?
I don't know if this is the right analogy, bro.
It's the right analogy. I'm just not gonna use it.
Nah, but
because you get what you get, and you hype it up a little bit, but then your boys are like,
Well, look, I do think McCoy is gonna be good. I think he's gonna have over 500 yards receiving, 600 yards. Like, our passing is gonna be decent to me. Our run game will be good. We just need to be serviceable, bro. Like, give our defense a rest. Shit, that's it.
Real great shout out to Doreen. She just got here. Doreen, we're going to talk about your pay this month because you're late to work today. You are a moderator here, so I am a little disappointed that you're late to work today.
Hey, bro, she looked good with that Michigan belt.
No. Listen. I have a picture with Prescott Burgess. That don't make me a Wolverine fan.
I'm just saying, bro. Look, she was hanging with us in the section.
I gotta post those pictures. I was just on Monday. I was telling everyone about a picture I have on my Facebook. It was my sophomore year of college. I came down to watch my sister's state track meet because she was top 2 in the state in long jump. And there's a tall guy in the crowd wearing a Minnesota shirt, right? A Minnesota Gopher shirt. No one seemed to recognize who he was, but I did. So I went down there and got a picture of Braylon Edwards.
Braylon was in a Minnesota shirt, bro.
I think his cousin or nephew at the time. This is 2013. His nephew or cousin at the time was committed to play football in Minnesota.
I did not know. That was where was that at?
This was at a state track meet. My sister's high school state track meet.
Hey, speaking of that, in our section at the spring game, Garrison, you should have been there. Your favorite offensive lineman from us, Trente Jones, was in the crowd, bro.
Oh, a 2-piece about
He was in the crowd signing autographs, bro.
Y'all asked for a Meyer cart pusher's autograph.
Hey, look, he had a hell of a playoff run, bro. A hell of a playoff run.
Never mind, bro. I'm not gonna.
You can't hate, bro. He had a great
postseason. I can't. No. Yeah, and he at home. That dude is part of 2 Joe Moore award-winning offensive lines. He ain't in the NFL.
Hey, look. I don't know.
That says a lot about Sharon Moore. because a lot of those guys are not second. Well, there's one first round offensive lineman. A lot of those guys are second round, third round picks.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's actually impressive about Sharon Moore.
Bro, we won the Natty with 4 guards, bro.
Shut up, bro.
I'm just saying. Look, by the way,
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't even watch that game.
You didn't watch the Natty? Garrison, you lying, bro. You watched it.
I'm capping.
But wait, let's all be real, bro. That Bama game was the Natty, bro. That was the Natty.
The what?
The Bama game was the Natty.
No, it wasn't. The game was.
Washington, bro. We all knew we were going to.
No. I believe that
What's
Ohio
good,
State.
Dorian? Hi.
I think we were the second best team in football that year. I think we would have killed everyone else. I think we would have killed everyone else.
You talking about 23?
Yep. I think we were the second best team in the nation that season.
You think that game in Ann Arbor was the Natty?
Yep. I think Ohio State goes to the playoffs to win the national championship.
I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you. Like, you guys won a top 4 team.
No, it's not that, bro. It took 2 picks. It took 2 picks to lose by 6.
I mean, I'm not sitting here disagreeing. I thought you guys were a top 14. So, I mean, do I think you guys would have beat us? I don't think anyone was beating us that year.
Georgia would have. Georgia.
Stop it, bro.
No, I think Georgia. No, I think a lot of these things are matchups. I think Georgia is just a terrible matchup.
You talking about Georgia, the same team that put 2 spies on Jalen Milroe? Please.
That's last season. I'm talking about that season. I think Georgia, just in terms of how they are made, they are a bad matchup for you guys. I think like styles make fights.
No, of course. That's why I thought Texas would have been the better matchup in the national championship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That defense is meant for yours. For what you guys want off.
It would have been It would have been a low ass scoring game, bro.
But yeah, before we get out of here, I'm gonna hold 1 second. There was one comment I saw. Well, yeah, day one, tell me being a Cowboys fan is crazy. Shut up, day one. But
what's good, Dorian? I don't know if you heard me. I did say hi though. Just want to make sure I got that out there.
But here, I'm gonna give Juju here, man. I'm gonna give you the last question here. Day one says, is Sharon Moore on the hot seat if he loses 4 to 5 games this season?
Whew. I mean, that's a good question. I actually like that question. I do think last year you couldn't judge him because he had a half off season, and I do think this year is the first year of judgment. If he loses 5 games, I don't lie, shit's gonna get a little hot.
What if he loses 3?
I don't think so, because I think our expectation is brink of playoffs.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's crazy how y'all expectations have just dropped so far. I told someone a 9-3 season for Ohio State is 8-5 for y'all.
Look,
I'm ashamed of you, man. I'm ashamed of you. You should expect more out of your program. You should want more out of your program.
Bro, I mean, bro, look, we had a whole staff turnover, bro.
Y'all Michigan leaders and best.
Agreed, and we should. Well,
no, I didn't say to agree with that. It's not. I'm not saying that as a fact, Juju.
No, I know. I'm saying like I do expect more, but I have to be a realist, bro. Like with what we have right now, like you had a whole staff turnover, bro. This is our first time head coach. We had the same coach for 10+ years. Like, so I have to be realistic here, and he's a first time head coach. Sure. So, and he was not given. Let's be honest, he was not given what Ryan Day was given.
I don't care about that. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everyone else. Don't get mad because my program doesn't just fall off the face of the earth and go into college football purgatory. My program doesn't do that. We don't do that. What we do is our last 3 head coaches win national championships. That's what we do. Ryan Day's still working on it, but our coaches beat Michigan. And also the cool thing with Ryan Day is he's a really good guy, so I don't gotta worry about him getting fired.
I mean,
Jim Trussell's a good guy, but
bro, if he loses to Michigan last year and makes a first round exit, that shit hot.
But you know what's crazy about that, Juju?
Like that's what everyone was saying. Anyway.
But you know what's crazy about it?
Yeah, he did. He had a good run.
No. Call him what he is. It's a 5-letter word that starts with a C and ends with a P. What is he?
Yeah, I got no problem with him. He's a champion.
No. Say it again.
He's a champ, bro.
Say it one more time.
Bro, I ain't saying it 3 times. Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Before I get out of here, there's a thing that you said that is very intriguing. You talked about confidence, right? Like he got it off his shoulder. If he has confidence and Sharon Moore beat him twice head to head, what do you think Sharon Moore has walking into next season? And he beat him without an offense.
What does Sharon Moore have?
Like what? Because if you look at every game, let's be honest here. If we have a quarterback, we have 2 losses.
I don't believe that. I hate when you guys say that.
What game, bro? Indiana, Washington, and Illinois.
The reason I hate that conversation is because you deal the hand that you're dealt, and that is what and your problem, your quarterback problem is your own problem that you put yourself in.
Agreed.
Your offensive line, like I remember going to last year where I told everyone your offensive line wasn't going to be that good, that your offensive line was going to struggle, and everyone kept telling me it's Sharon you trust. So like when I hear development you, when I hear O line you, when I hear tight end you, when I hear running back you, D line you, DB you, which you guys are none of those things, but that's what you say. I don't want to hear, well, you guys have more talent on Ohio State. Okay. Be a blue blood. Do what we do.
No, I mean, that's what the problem. I already told you on Twitter. 23 and 24 recruiting classes required. That is the problem. And it's depth and talent. We have top end talent, but it's not. We don't have the depth. But I just want you to be consistent, Garrison. New all around. You got a new DC, new OC. You got new pieces, almost new starters on defense.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be a drop off.
Well, it depends on how far you think the job. Well, here's the thing, right? At every single spot on the defense, we bring back a key piece. Except for D-line. D-line is more so just the straight-up talent of it, but we still got to see those guys play. But at linebacker, Sonny Styles comes back. And Arvell Reese is probably going to be better than Sonny, to be honest with you.
You said what about Reese?
Arvell Reese is probably going to be better than Sonny. Really, because he's a natural linebacker. He's a freak athlete.
Sonny's not like he didn't start as a linebacker, so I can.
So no, yeah, exactly. And
he's not a natural linebacker.
At corner, we bring back Igbenogson. Wait. See, and here's what's funny about it, right? You can laugh when I say that, but last year he led the nation in
I like Iggy, bro.
Pass interferences, right? I think like at 13 or 14. So that's actually basically like averaging 1 pass interference a game, right?
That's crazy.
No, I know that's crazy. Right now, think about this, right? Did you think about this? How come after the Oregon game, no one else scored a passing touchdown on us until the playoffs?
I like Iggy.
Listen, he came back because he knows he has to get better at cover. He knows he does. He plays corner like a linebacker. He does. An inside linebacker. But he's also one of the best. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's the best tackling corner in college football. And then, Jermaine Matthews, he played the whole game against Texas. So going against Golden and those guys. But he's just better than what they were. Better than Burt. And then in the DB spot, we bring back the dog. We bring back the best defensive player in the country. So
Caleb Downs on that side. I do have questions about the other side though.
Juju,
that's me.
Anybody can ask me a question about our offense, and I'm gonna give you guys the same answer. As long as Ryan Day is the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
No, I'm talking about the other. I'm talking about the other safety.
Oh, the other safety?
I just don't think he's.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I like that matchup.
It'll be okay. With who? What?
I like
that
matchup, bro.
What?
I'm just saying. Look, we ain't gonna say too much. Look, it's a different offense that's coming. I think we'll be able to get some stuff.
Y'all got y'all got Trevor Lawrence, Cam Newton, Joe Burrow all in
I'm
one.
just saying. Look, bro.
Michael Vick, Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes.
There's no there's no way.
Adam Sandler from The Longest Yard.
Let's just get this out of the way, bro. Because like I know a lot of people are talking about this Trevor Lawrence comparison. Like if you talk about tangibles, like mechanics, okay, but he's not walking into the same situation, bro.
No, y'all ain't with the talent.
But do I think he's as talented as Trevor Lawrence?
No,
like
no.
Like I think he's there. I do think
he's there. I don't know that yet.
I mean, obviously we don't know. He's never played, but I think as a prospect, absolutely. Like, okay. I think as a prospect, the arm talent, there's not many that I've seen better arm talent wise. Now, obviously, I'm a lot younger. I'm only 26, but still, I mean, you gotta give him that, bro. The dude's a freak.
No, I don't know, but like I said, I've seen you guys have big receivers in the last 5 years, and they don't. I mean.
Bro,
beat us, but
we won a national championship. What do you mean?
Blind girls find nuts every day.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. But so beating you 4 years in a row and having a 3-year run and winning a national championship is nothing to you?
That is no. It means something, but in the grand scheme of my lifetime, at least watching football, or just an end of what I think is going to continue happening. I think that is a pimple on the ass of the earth. I think it's that small.
Okay, I don't, because I think
I don't think you guys will win a national championship within the next 10 years. I don't.
I think within this 3-year window with BU,
get out of here.
Everyone said the same thing with JJ. They said the same thing.
It's a little bit different.
How is it different? JJ, bro, look, potentially, bro, talent-wise,
that's the best team in your school's history. You don't have the running back.
And it was developed, and it was not even top. But there wasn't even top. There was like 3 top. We had guys that developed, bro.
Oh, and one more thing. It also helps when you have the head honcho for it. I don't know if I don't know if he is a championship caliber coach. I don't even believe him to be a championship play caller. I don't believe he ever called a play at Michigan. I think Jim Harbaugh is calling those plays.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with you. That's been the Harbaugh.
I think you want more. I ain't gonna say it.
Well, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. That is the big question.
I got a 5-letter word for Sharon Moore. I just want to say it.
Look, bro, you can say what you want, but he's 2-0.
He's a chump. I'll say it that way. He's a chump to me.
He's a national champion. That's what he is.
He's a national championship offensive coordinator and O-line coach.
Look, bottom line is we're gonna find out what he's made of this year when he gets to be just head coach.
Yeah, you're right. You are right about that, Juju. And again, like I do want to point this out before we get going here. Like I don't fully judge coaches until 3 years, until they're done with their third year, because by then, damn near everyone on there is your player. So
okay, answer me this though, Garrison. Do you think under Sharon Moore, because this is an easy answer, I just want to see if you agree. Do you think under him, the talent will be way better? Recruiting classes. I want to first year with I'm just saying with a half a year, Garrison, you in the top 5 class.
I want to say yes. Yeah.
I mean, we just got NIL rolling.
I gotta see this. I gotta see this class that you guys have this year, because as I look down, I had to go to the second page to find you guys. Like on 247 it has a load. You either press load more. I had to press load more to find you guys on 247.
You talking about this year?
Yeah. So
I just want to remind you that we were in the same spot last year.
Yeah, but it's 2025, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying we were in the same spot last year. It's April.
Hey,
it's May.
Hey,
look what USC did last year and going to this year. They lost everyone.
I think USC's recruiting on a different level than you guys are.
Bro, they're recruiting on a different level than everyone right now, bro. They're getting everyone. But they lost everyone.
No. They're recruiting on a different level than we are.
Look,
No, they're not.
you
They
can
just
you
have
can say I'm just saying.
and truth be told, you, 'cause I think you're gonna agree with me on this, Juju.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably don't know this. So they have 25 players signed right now, right?
That's insane, bro. In
What,
May,
what, do you,
bro,
what do you think the next highest number is in the nation?
I haven't even looked. What,
It's
15 maybe?
14. So no one's within
Almost.
10. If you, I've always, I'm of the mindset that if you have this many commitments this early, you're not keeping at least five of those players.
That's what I'm saying.
So, and plus, I mean, their average is at like a 91, I believe, right now.
Yeah, Gears. They did the same thing last year. They got everyone early and then fell apart.
So, yeah, that's probably going to happen. I think they're going to keep more players than they did last time. But
I mean, I got a lot of people on Twitter about this. Like, our recruiting like strategy is we close. Like, we're not gonna give. They don't give exact numbers, bro. Like right now, that's why we're gonna lose Osborne. I mean, because we're in on Hyder, bro. That's the big fish. I mean, a lot of these recruits we want to get on the back end when we can actually negotiate, and they're waiting for the revenue as well. So
that sounds like a personal problem that y'all. That's y'all fault.
I mean, bro, we can get a lot of flips. I mean, if it works, it works, bro. It worked last year.
Yeah. Me personally, I wouldn't be of the mindset that I would want to base my recruiting off of hoping to flip a few players. I would rather be able to get a guy like Chris Henry Jr. and get him to say my recruitment is shut down a year out. Like
yeah, I mean,
would,
but I don't think that's.
I would rather like I don't want to. I would rather be able to go up to the negotiating table beforehand. And that's where, like, even though you guys have gotten better at NIL, it's like you guys are still in the Stone Age. Like, you guys don't know how to recruit, I guess, recruit yearly or throughout the year is a better way to say it.
I mean, yeah, they're just figuring. I mean, we were under Harbaugh for so long. Like, they're just figuring this. We've only had a half a year. This is the full year.
Is that Harbaugh slander?
Yes, 100%. That's the only knock on him, bro. I was begging, bro. He's only had a couple top classes.
Before I get out of here, I just want you to answer a simple question for me: is Jim Harbaugh 2-5 or 3-5?
Against Ohio State.
Yep.
I mean, Sharon Moore was coaching, bro. Like, he was out. Like, the game plan, it don't matter. So he was out there on the floor, on the field. So I gotta say 2-5.
Dang, that's crazy. You going?
I got it, bro. He was the one that was calling the shots out there.
All right, my man, Juju. I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Are John and TJ still? No, not John. TJ and Johnny still talking?
I was the first caller in there, so I don't know. I left as soon as there to get over here.
I know they are. I'm pop up in there. All right.
They always go usually 2 hours, so yeah. I'm about to pop back in there too.
All right, Juju, man. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you having me on.
Of course, brother. Thank you. All right, everybody. Well, that is the show. Again, I want to thank you guys all for coming here. Again, yeah, I truly appreciate you guys. Over the last, I think I joined the Voice College Football in late October, I believe, or early November. And so just being able to revamp this channel and have all you guys join the community, join the chat. And as always, man, I tell you guys, the chat is the co-host. So our co-host is co-host. So I really appreciate you guys. Again, every Monday and Thursday, on Mondays you can go to the Ohio State Primetime Show, where myself and Ryan Stanos, who again won't be here for the next few weeks. It'll just be me. He's on vacation, so we'll be having a few other guys join me throughout the shows, or a few of them. On this upcoming Tuesday will be the Buckeye Brigade. That is myself, Mike, Jug from Jug on Bucks, Chris Drew, B Moses, and Ron from Best Damn Media. I love those guys, and so they'll be there on Tuesday, hopefully. And then Wednesdays at 7:30, you can check out Terry and Mike on the world famous Buckeye Show. Again, I love the show because it brings something different to the channel. Also on Wednesdays at 11, you watch the Ohio State Buckeye live show with Mark. The whole week is covered, guys, from Monday to Thursday. So yeah, be sure to do that. Check it out. Again, if you would like to press the join button to see what we have there. upcoming here for our memberships. We will be dropping a lot of new content soon, a lot of different interviews and other things we'll be doing. So I can't wait to bring that to you guys. Shoot, man, what else? Oh yeah, again, check out the Voice of College Football website. We launched it this week. It's awesome. Go check out the articles on there. If there's something you find that you like, that you're interested in, go ahead and share it on social media. Also, go to Instagram and check out our Instagram page. Awesome there too. A lot of daily content that I think you guys would like. Ooh, what else am I missing? What else am I missing? Oh yes, if you have any friends or family that have, they're not Buckeyes because they're not winners like we are, but they do have they're proud of their fan base, whether that be Texas, where they can go check out Matthew, whether it be the other T-Ton, they go check out TJ, John and Johnny, whether that be Alabama, they can go check out Jackson and they have Alabama Richie on there, guys. There's a lot of other programs that we affiliate ourselves with on this channel, so be sure to check that out and show their family members and check out the content. I think that's about it for right now, everyone. Look forward to talking to you guys on Monday. See what news comes out for the Buckeyes. But as always, OH, IO.